Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday night. It's the Saturday before Thanksgiving, if you can believe that. Here, if you're in America, we observe Thanksgiving this Thursday. And what a time it is to be thankful. We should always be more thankful year round. Even when times are tough, there's always someone that has it tougher. Right? That's year round. But especially at this time of the year, we should be extra thankful for the things that we've been blessed by God and through hard work to have in our lives. And I'm blessed tonight to have all of you here. You guys are awesome. Everyone in the chat, everyone that's watching this on replay tomorrow or next week, whenever it might be. I'm blessed that you guys are a part of my life through this channel. I'm so thankful for the community here and for all of you. So I want to say thank you to all of you that are here now, whether you're a visitor, a subscriber, hopefully, and even more so, hopefully, a channel member or a patron. You guys mean the world to me. I appreciate all of your support so much. And just know that you are appreciated here and that you matter here on this channel and to me. All right. So if you're having a bad day today and maybe you're not feeling like, nobody cares, maybe you're having a rough day and you feel like no one's listening to you, just know this: you're heard here, your family here, and I hear you and I appreciate you and you matter to me. So know that, because I really mean that. All right. And we're going to talk about a franchise that means a lot to me as well. We're going to be talking about Scream 6, more specifically. And I'm not going to do it alone, though, guys, because, talking about being thankful, I have a couple of guys I'm about to bring on that I'm very thankful to know and appreciate them so much and all that they've done for the channel. And for me, just being good friends, awesome guys. Love talking to them, either individually, together, it doesn't matter. But tonight, I want you to please welcome my first guest, who is no stranger to the channel. We've done so many watch parties and we still have like unfinished watch parties on our list that's growing. And I just love that. We always have something we're going to be watching together because we have such a good time when we do it. And he's written a song. He's written songs for the channel, which a couple I'm going to be hearing very, very soon. Anyway, just you guys know who this is. One of the pillars of the community and just an all-around awesome guy who, by the way, just dropped out a brand new, his very first album, if you can say that. I still call it album. I'm old school. His very first release, and I'll let him tell you more about it. But it's really good. I haven't listened to all of it, but I've started to. So anyway, please welcome, guys. You probably figured out by now who I'm talking about. The one and only Jack Stannis to the channel. What's up, Jack?
What's up?
So
First stream since the release of my album, man. It's exciting. It happened on the Movie Bros on Thursday night. It happened as I was signed off. I was like, "Oh, it's up!" So,
oh my gosh,
cool
bro!
Stuff.
So exciting, man! I'm so really. You guys, I've got a link to his channel in the description, but you definitely need to go check it out, and they can also buy it, right, Jack?
They can on iTunes, yeah.
It's on iTunes,
but it's available streaming everywhere on all platforms. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So go show Jack your appreciation for him and his music, his creativity,
and two new songs debuting on Craven Something Scary very soon. Very soon. I won't give away too much. I won't spoil the fun, but we got some stuff in the works. Plus that slasher movie club.
Oh my gosh, bro! I'm telling you what, man, it's going to be amazing. I'm so pumped. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to Jack. I got to have you back on whenever we do the song debuts. I want you here live.
Oh, of course.
Got to have you. We got to debut them together for everyone.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, but it's not just Jack and I. I've got another very special guest who has been on this channel several times now, and he has been such an amazing contributor here with content because he has provided so many set location pictures and a lot of them you saw here first that now are everywhere. I mean, hello, Sydney, all the Twitter guys, everyone has them all now. but they originated on this channel through this amazing
Wow.
guy right here. I'm telling you, it's so
Dude.
awesome, man. I mean, it really is. And he came in several times as they were filming in Montreal and gave us updates, made a map for us. I mean, it's so cool. So tonight is no exception, guys. I'm so happy to welcome back Worth. We're going to go over pictures again, and there's a lot of new little information we're going to be sharing in a moment. But please welcome first in the chat, give him some love, the one and only Chris from Discover Montreal. What's up, man?
Hey, everyone. Really excited to be here.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. This has been, I knew we were going to be doing this soon. I'm like, the time has come, Chris, for us to get back together. And
In a while.
it's been a little bit, man. It has.
August, I think.
I think it was. Yeah. My gosh. Even that's gone by.
Wow. If
3
I can't
months.
believe I can't believe it's November already. My school semester is almost over. I feel like I just started,
Nuts.
dude.
November's almost over.
I know.
It is.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, before we get into our discussion, because once we get started, we're going to be ripping and roaring. But I want to say a couple things. First of all, as you guys know, anytime I have special guests on, especially, it's difficult to get to everyone's questions and comments. So as you know, feel free to put them in the chat, and I will do my best. But you guys know how it goes. I can't get to everybody's questions, so please understand if you don't get it on the screen. And it's not personal and it's nothing to do with that. It's strictly a matter of time and pacing and how the night goes. But I will tell you this, there is a way, should you so choose, if you would like to have your question answered by Chris, Jack, and myself, the three of us, or comment, observe for sure, like with guaranteed, you can always send a super chat in. I get a notification, it goes up to the front of the line, and we'll get right to it. And we promise to hit every super chat that comes through without fail. So if that is so, what you desire to do, just know you have that avenue to do it. All right. And also, before I get to the chat, I'll leave one disclaimer here at the beginning, and we'll probably remind folks throughout because people come and go. But if you can hear my voice, tonight we are not going to be giving away like leaks and spoilers. However, some people's threshold of what a spoiler is not as it varies. So we're going to be talking about some rumors from we've talked about from viewer and on. We're going to be talking about some of that stuff again, but we're also going to be talking about some observations that Chris has made and seen in Montreal. That's why the stream I put live from Montreal, because Chris is there. It's where he's at right now. So some of the things that he's discovered and is going to share, some may consider to be a little spoilery. All right. So I always want to protect you guys. And so all of you know that we're not going to reveal anything crazy like that. Because first of all, we don't know anything really, really crazy anyway. But however, we may know some things you may not have heard yet. So just
somewhat word of mouth, essentially, right now.
Essentially, it's just word of mouth. It's a great way to say it. So, excuse me. I just want to let you guys know so that nobody gets upset with me and say, you didn't tell me. No, I'm letting you go now. There could be some things you might consider a spoiler. So just be aware of that. And finally,
maybe you should keep a little backup banner or something. Maybe you should like have
I can like throw it up every now and then.
Across it. Yeah, something like that.
Possible. Yeah. Possible
Why didn't you
spoilers.
say anything? We'll look at the bottom of the screen.
Especially as more people come in.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that at the beginning. I wasn't there.
That's right. Well, then I'll say, well, you know what? You can't blame me for you not being on time. Oh, snap.
Hey, there you go.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm actually gonna make one right now. Come on, voice. We're just getting started. I'm gonna make one now. It says possible spoiler. Spoiler is not probably even a word.
Again, are they spoilers? We don't know anyone's death.
We don't know.
Yeah, no,
someone might die here.
Yeah, we know it's basically, guys, it's location based information more than anything. It's not character based. It's just location based. Like something's going to happen at this spot.
I mean,
we don't know.
Watching it in March, if you remember this conversation, then you can forward it, which is why it's going to make it harder for.
Something's going to go down.
Right. Totally enjoy it, but
Yes, exactly. All right, so what I'll do is every now and then, when we get to that territory, I will. I'll just throw this up on the screen every now and then. Possible spoilers. There you go. So, but we're not going to. Not all of it's going to be that area. When we do the location information, let's do it then. Let me remind me. I'll make sure and get it up then for sure. Okay, and finally now, just want to say hello to all of you in the chat. You guys are awesome. I see we've got over 30 people already here. And so I won't be able to call out everyone's name. Obviously, you guys understand, but I want you to know right now that I'm literally looking at the chat. I'm scrolling through, and I'm seeing everyone that's here and that's left a comment. And I want to say thank you to all you guys. Sarah Campbell is moderating the chat right now for us tonight. Thank you, Sarah. And I know you'll do an amazing job. Sarah, by the way, everyone, if you want to give her a round of applause, she has made the very, very difficult, and Denisha, I think, is here too. The very, very difficult. What's the word? She's met the stringent qualifications to be a moderator on my channel. So, Sarah, I'm so glad. Thank you so much again. I think this is only her second stream with the wrench, and so I know you'll do a great job. And I think Denisha's here too. I believe I'm seeing. So you guys will do awesome. So they are my moderators. I like to bring the attention to them and recognition they deserve. All right, and JT's here also. Real quick, I just want to say hi to JT from the Horror Boys, who, if you guys were on my last stream, JT gifted 5 memberships, 5 channel memberships he purchased for people, which was just phenomenal. And right at the end of the stream, so kind. And something else, guys. And so anyway, to all of you in the chat, I want to say welcome. Thank you for all being here. And you know what else, guys, makes my heart warm is when you guys give us super chats here. Jason with a $1 super chat. Thank you, Jason, for that. What a way to start the stream. Much appreciated. And Jennifer Armstrong is coming in. What's up, Jennifer? I've missed you, friend. I've missed you so much. I'm glad you're feeling better and are back in the fold. Jennifer says, sending love and thank you for this amazing channel, Craven. Also for this amazing community. Oh, Jennifer. Well, that, again, you guys don't know how much that means to me and refills the tank. I always talk about the tank, refilling that tank to keep going. And your generosity helps keep the lights on for the channel. So thank you so much for that. And thank you, Jennifer, for being such an amazing part of the community. All right. So right back at you for that. Seriously. Much appreciated. And then also, Scott Royston's coming in with a $10 super chat. Scott, oh, wow. That's very generous. Get things started tonight. Says, you're awesome. I just work here. Love you, brother. You matter to me as well. Oh, that's so kind, guys. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Jennifer, Scott, and Jason. You guys really, really, I do appreciate it so much. And also, we're going to play a couple of clips because, it's super chat clip time. Come on, guys. And I figured we'd just go through all 3 of them and then play like at least 2 or 3 clips. So any requests from the panel? Any requests from the panel for a clip? And Jack, do you have anything? If you don't, it's okay. Or Chris, any favorites? Any ideas? If not, I'll just.
The thing I don't really know. I don't really know many of the new ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen many of the new ones.
Okay,
except for the old couple dancing and making music on the.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I got Taste the Biscuit. I've got several of their new songs from that's the what are they called? Toaster and Moose is the name of the band.
All right, give us one of those, a new one, because I've seen the other one. Yeah. Okay,
now these aren't brand new, but these are the newest ones. I don't think, Chris, you probably have seen these, but let's take a look and see here. How about here we go. How about 30 dirty celebrities without makeup?
Oh God.
Let's do that.
I was surrounded by 30 dirty celebrities without makeup. Everybody looks like they just woke up. Everybody's so famous, but without makeup I can't tell who anyone is.
Oh, Chris, I was watching
Love
you
it.
I was
Love
watching you
it.
backstage. And when he was like, "Oh," I saw you just turn your head like, "Oh no," that was
the
awesome.
cringe.
Cringe. And let's play one more for all those super chats. Let's do Crispin Glover getting funky with it from Friday the 13th, Part 4. But I added my own little music, not my own music, but new music to the clip. Here we go.
Dude, I haven't seen those movies in so long. I think it's probably been about 5 years. I watched them so many times when I was younger, so that I still remember them, but it's been so long.
Oh man,
those first four, I love those first four.
The first four, yeah, I know. The fourth one was really good. I've been rewatching them, and I've showed my daughter the first three.
It's your daughter, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm showing them to her, and we're going
Did you watch it in
through
3D? Did you watch the third one
No,
in 3D? Okay.
just regular. Yeah, just regular.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, DOD 28. Appreciate that. Glad you're here. Welcome. Okay. Here's the big spoiler alert. Yeah, there you go.
I hope so.
That's the plan. That's right.
So.
We're trying something different in this one.
Yeah, no costumes.
Yeah, no costumes. Yep.
No. Oh, thank you, DOD. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Glad to have you here.
You think that they did that? Like even if the movie was good, you think the movie would flop because of that? Like, I mean, I feel like Ghostface is Scream. You know?
No, it's Sydney. Sorry.
Sydney. Well, Sydney.
All I've been
course,
hearing is like Nev is. I love Nev, but to say she's the only aspect is it's Ghostface, right. Roger L. Jackson, and Sydney.
Yes. If anything, I'd say it's Roger L. Jackson, man. Like, come on, that
he's
voice.
A legend. Yeah.
I love how he's all over TikTok now too, with that voice generator thing that is now on people's streaming stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
How on people's TikToks they can use his voice.
So cool.
I'm like, yeah, gosh, that's so cool.
Which is why like the voice changer coming back would be interesting because it's kind of possible now.
Yeah, that's very true in today's day. Yes. Absolutely.
And
just like James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones just signed over his voice as Vader. Now they can use it for eternity.
Bro, I'm like begging for the Scream 3 voice changer. I want it so bad in this movie to come back.
But maybe just really for Dewey. Like if they overdo it, I think it could.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool.
That's what I'm thinking is having Dewey's voice calling Gail, and it's Dewey talking to her, and she's like breaks down like, who are you? And don't you recognize me?
Because it also means he's got a credit in the end credits.
Yeah,
he's getting a paycheck.
That means he'll still be in it then.
He'll still be in it.
He'll still be in it. I love it. Hey, real quick, I want to acknowledge a couple things here. Thanks, Sarah, for letting me know, because I don't see this in StreamYard. I have no idea. But today, there's a couple of anniversaries. So Gage Enright, this is Gage's 6th month as a channel member. This is your anniversary today. Thank you so much for that faithful support, Gage, every month. I really do appreciate it. Gage says, "We love you, Craven. Thanks for this great room." Oh, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. And there's another one here. I'm trying to find it. Extron has been a member for 2 months on the channel. Says, "Hey, Craven, I love being a member now. Craven, you're a big inspiration to me, and your streams are my comfort zone. I love you, Craven." Oh, Extron, thank you. And Gage, thank you both. That's so kind. It really is. It really means so much to me. I don't even have the adjectives to describe really how it makes me feel. But I appreciate you guys. And thank you for your faithfulness and your support. And what's up, Blackest Eye? It's good to see you. Jennifer, real quick, is just asking. I just happened to see this as I'm scrolling up, catching up. Is he confirmed? We don't know. But we didn't know in Scream 5 either. Remember? For the
is that right?
longest. Yeah, yeah. They didn't announce it for ages.
I feel like he's confirmed.
Yeah.
It seems to me like, why wouldn't he be, right? I mean,
how long before 5 came out did they announce it? I know it was very like soon before it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I tried to. Yeah, it eventually came out somewhere because the trailer. We knew it in the trailer because we heard the "Hello, Sydney," and we knew that was him right then.
Yeah.
So we'll know soon.
We should know next month. Yeah, because there's got to be a clip of Ghostface's voice, right?
He's
in the trailer.
There's no way. You're losing Sydney and you're losing the voice. Come on.
No.
Oh my God.
No. Can't do it. All right, so guys, we're going to start discussing this now. I'm very excited. We are getting into Scream 6 talk. I know that's why you guys are here, and that's why we're here tonight to hang out and talk Scream with you. And there's been so much activity, so much news, and I want to, before we get to, because once we get to Chris's information, we're going to spend some time talking about locations. All right, so I kind of want to keep that into one section. So before we get into actual locations, I want to talk about some of the other rumors, and these are rumors. So remember, grain of salt on this, guys. These may or may not be true, but I will say that the source of these rumors, Vera Anon, has actually had a decent track record of being correct
and claimed to have seen the trailer.
And claims to have seen it. That's right. He has.
Who confirmed the 6 VI
title,
which I love.
Yes. Love and let's actually do. Let's talk about that now. Let's see. Let's take a look here. We've got.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. So here's the rumor here. While previous sources swore the title was Scream and 2 exclamation points. I know, right? The news source had been adamant it was Scream 6. And the title card on the trailer I viewed. So he's actually saying himself, this is him sourcing this now. It is Scream V1. There it is.
To finish off the M is so great.
Isn't that cool? And this is the concept poster, but look at the M, guys, and how they did that. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Dude. Amazing.
Maybe they did the exclamation points just to like make us think that it was going to be crap, and then let's do VI and that'll be better, and then no one will complain. Because if they came out with VI, I think people would have been like, okay, maybe. I don't know. Because people have been arguing you can't call it 6 because 5 wasn't 5. I'm like, of course you can.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, even the cast was calling it 5 Cream. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like. That's it. This is Scream 6. No matter what they titled it, it was Scream 6.
Absolutely. That's all I was ever going to call it. I don't care what it was.
Even if it was Scream Returns.
Scream 6. I don't think 7 can be VII. I think that would be a little lame. But 7, the actual 7 with Scream, I don't know. It just works.
Yeah.
Scream with the 7 after the M.
With the 7,
I think it would work,
Especially if you make like, you could make, that make it cheesy. I mean, I was thinking like you could make the 7 almost like a knife where it's a blade coming down, or something to make it unique. Yeah. But, hey, look.
What a trilogy. Scream VI, Scream 7,
Yeah.
Very cool.
Man. I love it. It's great. So this is exciting, guys. I really do believe that, or I should say, I hope that if it's true that, it's just going to be fantastic. I've wanted it to be 6. I've been saying it all year. You guys all know that. Over and over, every stream, I'm talking about 7. No, wait. 6, excuse me. Now, Chris, you got me all confused.
You're ahead of yourself, Stephen.
I'm ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Would you go into a time warp?
It feels like it, man. So Scream 6, yes, instead of Scream 2. So I'm very thankful that,
dude.
If
could you imagine that?
Been terrible.
I can't believe how many fans. I'm such a hater, but how many fans online were like, "I thought that was a genius, creative decision." I'm like, you can't say exclamation points as a.
True.
It's like Jake was saying, it's Scream. Like no.
Right. I know,
No.
man. A lot of people. I know there's a lot of people that thought it was great. They loved it,
I would have
and
preferred the words afterwards. If they were gonna go that
yeah,
like extended title
right.
route, just do like Halloween Kills, do something
Kills,
like
yeah,
that
like a
versus
subtitle,
just the
yeah.
2 exclamation points, dude. I don't know. It's like,
That's
okay,
right.
what's next? Oh, number 6, Scream exclamation point exclamation point. This
Right.
is a good
No.
one.
Well,
Well,
imagine
really,
like in
it's
10 years when people are like
yeah.
watching it, they're gonna be okay. Let's watch Scream now. Let's watch Scream.
Or actually,
Right,
no.
right.
It's not even that. It's we're gonna watch Scream and Scream because it's
Yeah.
I
got the
guess it was
exclamation
going to be
points.
Roman numerals. I guess the 2 was going to be Roman numerals, but maybe
No,
used them.
no. Everything
I
we've seen was
I
exclamation
know, but
points.
they would have used it as lines to be 2. I think.
Chris, I wouldn't be so quick to assume that, dude. I'm just telling you, man. You're
How
being generous,
creatively
so
bankrupt are they?
yeah.
Ugh.
Dude, I
I'm just
know.
saying.
I know. You know,
Nothing.
my hype went up honestly after hearing if it's true that
Yeah.
the Roman numerals are back. Yeah, I have to say my excitement for something as small as that, my excitement went up for this movie.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I know.
me too. Because I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh gosh, yes, thank you. You good move. You made a
And
good
it's like
decision."
Steven, you know,
Mhm.
I'm a huge physical media collector. Most
Yes.
of my stuff is back in New York. This is like a little bit I have in Arizona, but I keep thinking ahead on like when they're gonna release like a full series box set, you know, and they're gonna have on the side of the box all the movies listed and stuff, and you're gonna see just like Scream, Scream exclamation point 2, 3 exclamation points. Like I think ahead like that. My brain
Yeah, I
is
do too.
weird, and I'm like, you know, and now it's gonna look cool because it's gonna like Scream 5, the name Scream fit with the whole requel theme. It's meta in a way. But
Right.
after that, I mean, come on, let's go back to the basics here, you know?
Yeah.
And VI just
Absolutely.
looks cool. I don't
It
I don't know why,
does.
but
Yeah,
I know.
looks
I
sick.
keep pulling that up. I'm like, that looks tight. I
Like
like
when
the way
Saw
that
did
looks.
it up until the final chapter. Saw did
Yeah.
all the Roman numerals. Like I just
Uh-huh.
I loved that they did the Roman numerals like that. I think it looked very nice.
and I always forget that apparently Scream 4 wasn't Scream 4. It was Scree 4M, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was the
yes,
4
yeah,
was it was in the place
The
of the
A.
A.
yeah.
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 And then it
And the opening
flips.
title, it kind of formed. Yeah, it
Like
formed. Yep.
yeah, I love that.
Which
Yeah.
I love that opening sequence. That whenever it shows the
Me
screen
too.
and it
Oh,
flips over, it's like, oh, that's
I
so
can't wait for
good.
this one. If it's
Dude.
VI, what are they going to do with the
Oh,
VI?
scream, and then all of a sudden, like that. Oh man, it can be
You're
so
Maybe they'll use it as a
right,
knife with
man.
the V or something. You know, they'll get.
I would think so,
right.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dude,
totally.
Steven knows I love the opening 10 minutes of Scream 4. I don't care what anybody
Oh,
says. Like
I don't care either.
love it.
I love it
eat that up every time. I'd love it.
so much. And you know what else we love here, guys, is when you send in a super chat. Thank you so much, Katie, my friend Katie, popping the popcorn.
What's up, Katie?
Hey, Katie.
With $5. Thank you so much. It says such an amazing panel and great friends. I love y'all. We love you, Katie. And by the way, just to let you guys know, it's perfect time. After this stream ends at 11:30 at 11:30 p.m. Central, 12:30 a.m. Eastern, we're going to Katie's channel, popping the popcorn. I'll be there watching one of my favorite John Candy movies. No, it's not horror. It's great comedy. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It is a Thanksgiving film, and I love to watch it every year at Thanksgiving time, sometimes more than that as well. But anyway, don't forget, guys, come join us after this stream ends. I'll remind you again later to Popping the Popcorn channel and Katie's channel, and we'll be meeting there to watch the movie. We're having a good time. And that's how we'll close the night out later. But Katie, thank you for your generous super chat. And for your clip, we're going to play something else. We've already done a little toaster. Let's do something different. Let's go with, you know what? How about we watch a little bit of Jean-Claude Van Damme getting down on the dance floor. Let's go.
Oh,
Dude.
the 80s.
That was the 80s, baby. He had the moves.
Dang.
Oh man. Let's see here. Okay. So thank you so much, Katie. Much appreciated for that.
You want to
Scott
hear what's
says
funny,
Uncle
Chris?
Buck. Yeah. It's
What?
another
So
one.
you're in Montreal where they filmed Scream 6, and I'm a native New Yorker
Ooh.
by New York City, where the movie's supposed to take place. So just think how like funny that parallel is. You're where they shot it. I'm where the movie takes place. That's where I'm from.
Where in New York? Like what borough?
I'm like Long Island, so
Oh,
like
okay.
right past Queens over there. So I was like 30 minutes from the city, but I find that so funny.
I'm trying to think. There's been so many movies that are shot here because in like the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Montreal and New York were the big cities, and they basically just traded architects. So like
So
the people that
cool.
did Grand Central Station in New York did the Ritz-Carlton in Montreal, and
Oh,
back and forth.
really?
Mm.
And we have except we have a
Ah.
little more French touch, obviously. So like
Yeah.
instead of like brownstones with like this like concrete steps, we have like
Yeah.
spiral staircases.
Ah, okay. I gotta
And
come
trees
visit
lining.
one of these years. Yeah, I lived like 6 hours from Canada my whole life, and I never drove up to go see
I
it.
know. I hear that all the time.
Okay,
I've never been to Boston. It's like
there
four
you
and a
go.
half hours. It's like the biggest close city. New York is 5.5, 6.
5.5 hip.
Ah.
I've been to New York, but not Boston.
Gotcha.
Well, Poutine Lover says, I'm from Montreal. Checked a few of the filming locations. Very
Yeah,
excited for
Poutine
the
Lover,
movie.
did you see anything?
That's awesome. Yeah, let us know if you saw some stuff. Because
Maybe I
we're going to
could
be
put two
some.
pieces together.
Yeah, exactly. We all come together and figure it out. Hey, what's up, Michael? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. And Dino's here as well. What's up, Dino? Okay. And Katie says she lives an hour
Where's
from
Katie
Montreal.
from?
She's up in what part of New York are you in, Katie? I
Oh,
forgot.
upstate New York.
It's like
Upstate
up
New York.
upstate,
Plattsburgh?
Yeah.
Because that's like an hour, I guess.
We're making a New York slasher in Canada. Jason takes Scream 6. Yes.
You know
That's
what's cool
right.
is what is his name? Ari Aster, who did
Ari Aster,
Hereditary.
yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He shot a new horror in Montreal with Joaquin Phoenix,
Ooh.
Disappointment
I
Boulevard.
love Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh.
And they shot it last year during COVID, and it was supposed to come out in 2022, but apparently he's tinkering with it. He's been editing
Okay.
it for a year, and he's not ready. And the rumor is it's going to come out at Cannes, which would be a big deal.
And Parker Posey's in it.
But he was Joaquin
Parker.
Phoenix was seen. Oh, really? That's right. Actually, it's got like Nathan Lane. I think it's got so many big names in it. But
There's Amy
Joaquin
Ryan.
Joaquin Phoenix was seen last year walking around downtown Montreal in slippers and a what is it called? A bath coat or something?
Bathrobe.
Bathrobe.
Bathrobe, yeah.
He was just walking, like wandering. I guess they were filming something.
That adds up.
Yeah.
That is a very quirky man. Very, very quirky man. Katie's lives in Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh. Nice.
Yeah.
So close. Plattsburgh has a little airport, and they call it Montreal's U.S. airport.
Oh,
to get like the snowbirds, to fly down to Fort Lauderdale or something.
Yeah,
they take the little planes out of Plattsburgh instead of paying the Canadian fees. It's very cool.
Oh man. Well, guys, let's get to some more rumors here. So we talked about the title, right? Scream 6 is the alleged actual name. So that's news. And then we also found out that it looks like that Kirby is now going to be an FBI agent. So, Jack, let me start with you, man. What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about that?
When I first heard that, my ears definitely perked up, and I was like, it's like one of those things when like you have a certain thing in mind for where you want a character to go, and then you hear it's like the totally opposite thing that you expected. That's not only a good thing in my mind. I like being subverted with my expectations, but she had such a strong personality that I think it would be cool to see her in that role. And Steven, you and I had talked about, for months we've been covering this whole theory about maybe this is a much more wider scale movie than just a contained one. I think we're going to have the contained story, but I think things are going to be happening outside of there.
Yes.
And one, I think that'll be great to switch it up. And two, it would make sense if she is an FBI agent. Why would she get called in for something that's so self-contained?
Right.
Something has to happen in the movie that brings her into this story brings the FBI into this story, either like a hacking that's on live TV, on maybe Gail's New York morning show or something. And I think it's cool. My only gripe is that I hope she still has that witty movie geek side of herself, which I think she will. I think they'll keep that, but that was my favorite part. I think after Randy, she is my favorite movie geek character out of the whole series.
Oh, easily.
Because, dude, every time she was on screen, when I saw it when I was like 11 years old in theaters, her scenes are the ones I remember the most vividly. I kept turning to my cousin John, and we're like children, and I'm like, oh my god, she's so good, she's so good. So,
it was a perfect marriage of Williamson's writing and her.
Yes,
the actress Hayden. It's just, I don't know. It was magic.
It was
magic. Yep.
It was
I
great.
hope she still has that, and I think she will. And I think when we see her and Mindy on screen together again, I think we're gonna get a little bit of that. I hope. But that's my only gripe. But I'm curious. I think it's such a different direction that you would never expect that they would take. I thought she was going to be like a survivor that comes out of hiding to help Sam, like that whole kind of plot line. And I'm glad it's not that, because I feel
she is, but she's also
right, exactly. So it's that, but with a twist, because I was like, it's just going to feel like Sydney all over again, just like another survivor coming out for this, but with that FBI twist. That could be really cool, and I'm very excited if she survives 6, and maybe she'll go into 7.
Plus, she's her best friend and the boy she had a crush on were the serial killers.
Oh, dude!
How could you she clearly stewed away? If that's the way to say it.
Stew?
Yeah,
I didn't mean it that way.
Stew
but
train, baby. Stew train.
We're gonna get to that too, because that is exciting.
Oh, we're getting there. Oh,
if you're gonna do it that way, that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I was too harsh on Guy and James as writers, but
let's see the movie first.
Yeah, let's see the movie first. But, the fact, again, she probably felt rock bottom after 4, and it wasn't like she went right into the FBI. And people are I think people keep assuming she's going to be like one of those typical FBI agents. No, she's clearly like Mindhunter. If you've seen that Netflix show,
yeah,
she goes a profiler. She's a serial killer profiler.
Exactly. That's what I think too.
Well, just like Hannibal. What's the guy's name? Will something? I forget his name. But
the actor
in Hannibal. No, like the character in Hannibal.
I didn't see it.
The main detective. But he's the same thing.
Oh, Will. Will. Right.
Something. Yeah, it's Will. I think so. But if somebody in the comments throw it in. But
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Yeah, Red Dragon. Right. It's that story. But I'm thinking of the show. It's the same thing. But yeah, like that kind of. So sorry to cut you off.
Plus the knowledge of film, of horror cinema.
That's right.
That. So I'm Guy James. I'm expecting a lot there. Plus, that photo that came out, when she was in the makeup chair in Montreal, and Jasmine tweeted it out to the world. Hey, she's back. And then there was that shot at McGill where she's walking around with the long blonde hair, like a beige, and then she clearly had a holster, and I noticed it, and no one ever talked about it.
Did she really? Do you have that picture, Stephen?
It's really blurry, but it's obvious.
Somewhere. I've got it somewhere, but I don't have it pulled up, ready to go.
And she was dressed like that too. She was dressed very,
like
Kirby. I'm a woman who's, I'm a professional now.
Right.
I'm not a high schooler,
But she dressed sharp even in high school. The jacket on and
she looked
well put together.
Yeah, she
very I get what you're saying, like business attire.
If I found the photo, could you get it up?
Yeah.
If you email it to him, yeah.
If you can send it to me on Instagram or email, either one, I can definitely do that.
It'd be live reaction. I have not seen this, so
it's really blurry though. Now that we know, it makes sense. But
gotcha.
Yeah. I think Kirby being an FBI agent is telling, because Jack, you touched on it a minute ago. For the FBI involved, typically there has to be something across state lines, right? Because that's why they're always like, don't ever flee your state, because then you've got the whole federal FBI coming after you, not just your local government.
Yeah.
Well, this is the FBI. So this, what I think of is 2 things. And this is, I need to do a video on it. I haven't done a video on this yet. I probably will tomorrow or Monday. But here's the thing: I have two ideas. The one idea is either there is a third killer from 5 who they now really believe is killing in New York. Therefore, it's a serial killer who killed in California. Now they're in New York City.
I didn't even think about that.
Sorry, it's one of my. It's a theory. I'm working it out.
Oh.
So what if it's like we're calling the FBI is because we have DNA evidence that matches murders in California, which tells us there was a third killer in 5 that was not revealed.
That's really planning.
Yeah,
obvious, though.
Well,
don't we want it to be a shock reveal?
Well, it could still be a shock reveal.
I know, but if they're planting those seeds, we're all like, Stu, we're all gonna be screaming like 10 minutes.
You know that's what we'll be thinking.
I'll be thinking.
Even people who aren't paying attention.
That's true, but it's a theory. It's a way to do it. The other way to do it is that you have someone being.
Oh. Let's hold down the fort, Chris.
Is he gonna come back? He usually comes back.
He'll come back. He always comes back.
It wasn't even glitching. It just went right out.
Right. Will Graham. That was that.
Will
Thank
Graham.
you. The blackest eyes. Thank you. Yes. Exactly. Dude, Chris, if you're right, I could totally see her being a version of that. There you are. Go. You're back. Okay.
All right. So thank you guys for holding it down. So
we held down the fort.
I appreciate it. So the other theory is that eliminations begin happening in California, and then people are being eliminated in New York simultaneously, and therefore the FBI comes in because there's got to be a connection to both of these things. It's too much of a coincidence. It requires further investigation. And
then again,
those are my two theories.
It's very easy to kill in Jersey and New York. That would be state lines, right? Take the Lincoln Tunnel and you're killing in Jersey all of a sudden.
That's true too. Now that's a good point. That's an even simpler way to do it.
I do want to point out though that I'm saying this as a Canadian. You guys are the Americans. I'm pretty sure that all serial killers get the FBI attention. It doesn't matter if it's state lines. Like that's actually something that people pointed out with the previous Scream films, that like the FBI would have been there pretty quick after it was obvious that maybe not one, because there wasn't that many deaths at the beginning.
Right.
So what happens?
But like 2, they would have been there. It wouldn't have been the local police.
Right. I'm only thinking in terms of Dexter. Anybody has seen that show? But
I've seen it. Yeah. Did they say that?
What I remember Lundy saying in season 2 is the only reason the FBI got involved was because these killings have been happening. The Bay Harbor
Butcher.
Yeah. The not even that. There was some other. Maybe it was season 4 with the Trinity Killer. Yeah,
with
these
Mr.
murders. Yeah, dude, freaking nuts.
Great season.
The only reason they had gotten involved with that is because it kind of happened over like a 30-year period. But the reason that they got involved in the Bay Harbor Butcher was because there was like hundreds. Right. I mean, this was like a graveyard under the sea. So it's interesting. It's kind of hit or miss. It depends on the severity of it. And I mean, who knows? I mean, this is the 6th movie that this stuff is happening. So they might just get involved because this is like, okay.
Especially in New York City when it poses such a threat. Because I'm sure, what was Son of Sam was New York, right? I think they were called in pretty quick.
Son of Sam.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I found a photo, by the way. It's not the greatest. Cool. It's really hard to tell, but I'm going to send it to you anyway.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll take a look at it. So I think it's interesting, and of course, the other idea is, and this is one that I know I've been talking about, and I know Jack, we talked about from, I think even Scream 5, like way back, is the whole idea of the Stu cult. The Stu cult, because we had Amber, which I'm telling you, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced either, dude.
Nope.
And
nope. I still won't be, even if it doesn't happen.
But she said it. That's the only thing that bothers me is it's stupid writing. She freaking said it.
I know.
She didn't need to say that.
I get to kill you too.
I get to kill you both. She was giddy about it.
Yeah, she was all giddy about it. I know. I don't like it either. I don't like that either.
Retroactively, like one film ago from last year. Let's change that. It's one thing to change the Stab universe from 20 years ago, but to change last year that you wrote yourself.
I know.
I know. I
James
know.
Vanderbilt.
But at the same time, remember the Amber dialogue? I will never forget it when she, I was radicalized. It was not my fault. I was radicalized. I wanted to be a part of something. Oh, there he is. There she is. I wanted to be a part of something, right? Remember that? That's very cultish language. And Jack,
Yeah.
and the People versus Stu Mocker, you covered that. That was one of yours. Was
Yeah.
the cult?
The Manson murders, all that stuff. I did the whole cult
Yeah.
thing. Yep.
The hive mind.
Hive
Hive
mind.
mind,
Yep.
and how.
But that's the thing. We've spoken about this, and for anybody who wasn't on that stream, a lot of cults, if you do a lot of research into them, especially Heaven's Gate, they all
Yep.
believed that they were one entity working together. So when they refer to them as, this is like, if the writers are going to write this into 6, like they have to know what they're doing, because I think it would be such a twist, but it's like for some reason today's Hollywood writers, like I don't feel like they're capable, but I'm gonna hold my faith, But
this guy wrote Zodiac.
Yeah,
I know.
Zodiac, which
I know,
it's
dude.
so depth and layered. And,
Yes.
he did write Zodiac. So, okay,
James
so
but he
at
gave
least
it to
he's got-
David Fincher.
Well, true. That's true.
Radio Silence aren't David Fincher yet.
Right.
Right.
So.
Right. But they could think in some kind of hive mind, and I think that would be a different take on the franchise as we get up into numbers. I mean, we're going into 6 and then possibly a 7. That's a
Yeah.
lot. And
It's a lot.
I just think it would be a very cool twist. And I stand on the Stu train, and I'm
Heck
serving
yeah.
you hors d'oeuvres. And I think it would be really cool if they worked with Kevin Williamson to bring some of his ideas from that scrapped Scream 3 script. I think as fans, I think it would be very cool to see somewhat of what that was going to look like. And plus, what you
Yeah.
could do, they already brought back Hallucination Billy. If we find out that Stu was kind of in the shadows all along of all these movies,
Mhm.
we could even have like all of the killers back in kind of like a consciousness altering type of thing because
wow.
he's so sick, like
Earlier,
for
did
the
you see
final
someone?
chapter.
I can't remember
Go
who
ahead.
said it. He said, when we were talking about the voice changer, he said, wouldn't it be cool if the voice changer had everyone's voices, all the
Yeah,
killers?
even that, dude.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, for the final chapter.
To really
Could you
piss Jake
imagine?
off. Laurie Metcalf again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We'd have Debbie Salt. We'd have Roman, Mickey.
dude, Mickey.
We'd
That would
have
be cool.
Angelina.
Yeah.
We'd have.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool to retcon that, to add that in?
Yes.
Because that
Yeah.
works in Scream 3. It works if you go back and believe that she's now a killer. It
Mhm.
makes sense with the story.
Yeah,
If you just
Oh, it does.
retcon it for fun,
We spoke
That's right.
about this on the Movie Bros at the end of the stream, and
Yes.
I know so many people are adamant about Scream 6 being a beginning, middle, and end to a movie, but I just cannot help to shake the feeling that Scream 6 and 7 are going to be somewhat of a part 1, part 2. I just have that feeling that the events of 6 are going to somewhat bleed into 7. I don't know what it is. I have this gut feeling, and I might be wrong. But
You're saying
I
the
don't know.
clicker, right? Like the story
Yeah,
doesn't
like
end. It's
Right.
open ended.
It's going to be contained. Like you're going to get a reveal of some of the killers, and they're going to die. There's going to be the big show off, but there's going to be something that happens at the end of the movie that makes you go, "Holy crap, this is not over yet." I have that feeling.
I did believe that because of some of the leaks and stuff, but now I don't know if I'm sure of
You
that.
think it might be self-contained?
Because it would also mean that the next script is done and
That's true.
their location shooting now.
Oh,
'Cause-
dude, imagine.
Because
or
we,
the
like,
outline could be done, right?
the
Right? They could,
outline,
yeah. Like I
the
think
thing
they're
is, though,
writing
look
it
how
now.
fast- look how
personally.
fast they did 5 to 6. If you're doing
Yeah.
a
I know,
lead
I
in,
know,
then
I
it has
know.
to be almost faster. You don't want people
Yeah.
waiting around
They
2
have to
years.
shoot it
from
back
this
to
point.
back, essentially. Yeah.
And as
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know, it came out January 14th. They had
Yeah.
the McGill location locked January 10th, a month before they even announced Scream 6.
Did they really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Wow.
Yeah, it was. They had their production offices
Woo!
already
Locked in the
leased and locked in before Scream 4 hit or Scream 5 hit theaters. And I honestly
Mel's-
believe that. But look at the timeline though, because it dropped in January of last year, right? Of this year. I mean, of this year. Sorry. And They filmed the next one and started in June.
That's
So
5 months.
5 months. So if they're writing the script now and they've already got script approval, they're just writing it, and the movie comes out March 10th, then 5 months after that, April, May, June, July, that would be August.
Maybe they want to shoot in the summer again too, though.
Maybe.
Or either that. I mean,
or they.
It doesn't necessarily need to even take place right after 6 ends. It could just be maybe like a little something that's left in there, and then you could, take your time eventually too. But
yeah, you could do it either way, or it could be immediate. JT says Stu is the Charles Manson of Scream. I'm telling you, I believe it. Yes, I believe he is too. Now, all right, guys, here's another theory I want us to take a look at, and I want to share. I have some ideas here with you on this one. Let's see. Okay. Where is it at? Oh, yeah. This one here is the one of all the leaks, not leaks, but rumors. And then after this rumor, we're going to spend the rest of tonight on with Chris and Discovery. I mean, talking about locations in Montreal. And we'll open
not
up
even
more
that much,
conversation.
though.
Yeah. It'll spur us on to new things. But until then, we'll this one, I read this one, guys. My heart sunk a little bit. I got the warm and fuzzies, and I said, "Oh my gosh, this is probably the most exciting moment I've felt about 6 so far in any particular aspect." And check this out, guys. And for those of you who may not have seen this before, or if you have seen it, maybe you haven't heard our feedback on it yet. Here it is. I feel so bad for Scream 6. One thing. All right. One more thing the trailer will confirm. The killer, at least some of the time, wears an older, more worn version of the ghost face mask. The best comparison I can think of is Michael's mask in Halloween 18, though it's not that far gone. Now, remember, the 18 mask from Myers is 40 plus years old.
Yeah.
But if we're talking 20, that's half. 20 years old, that could be an OG mask. My brain started going into overtime, guys, because could you imagine this? I'm gonna throw two out there that I want to hear your guys' thoughts on everything. First thing I thought of was, what if, of course, you know who I want that mask to be wearing. I think there's 3 candidates. I think
even Guy, Matt and Tyler were always saying that Guy was always like, he's always trying to find a place to fit Stu in there.
Really? Oh yeah.
He said that. Yep.
Oh yeah. In fact, there was an interview that I saw. I've seen it before, but it was sent to me today, and again, where the interviewer says, "Is there a chance of any old characters coming back?" And James Vanderbilt jumps in and says, "Oh, no. Yeah, no. I'm going to answer that. I don't want a guy to even talk about that." And he's like, and Guy says, "You know who I would say?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "We all know." And even in Radio Silence said that Guy Busick is the biggest Stu truther that they know.
He probably watched our stream. Which
makes even more sense to why they brought Billy back in the last one as a
Well, that's
to put him on screen.
Too. Yes, you have a connection. That's right. It makes sense. Well, my thought is, what if it is indeed? Of course, I want it to be Stu, of course. But could you imagine this? Imagine, we're watching the movie, and there are people being killed with the killer wearing a normal ghost face mask costume. And then we see Gail and Kirby being attacked by someone with an old, weathered ghost face mask. And it's like, wait a second, especially Gail. You can even narrow it down to Gail, where you've got no one attacks Gail, but this older looking weathered mask. It's like he's finishing business he left undone. And like, enough's enough. I'm showing up now. And if it is the Cult of Stu, this is how we would have the leader of the cult differentiated with an older, worn out mask, dude.
Remember you told me that the other night? I almost jumped through the screen.
Bro, seriously, yes.
And Chris, I don't know if you had heard Steven and I talk about this on the stream before, but think about how epic it would be if in 7, if this whole Stu cult kind of goes into 7, how cool it would be if like there's a shot of like Sam and Stu like wrestling each other, and then they quickly pass by the mirror, and the reflection in the mirror is Billy and Stu fighting each other. Just like a quick little 2-second Easter egg, man. I would melt.
That'd be better than the mirror scene in 5. That would be like worth it. It would almost make 5 better for that reason. It's like foreshadowing.
You're right.
That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If they put that in the trailer, that is allowing 3 months for people to, and then is it a surprise anymore when it happens in 6? Or maybe it doesn't. Again, Matthew Lillard was nowhere to be found this summer on social media, right? Except for maybe one appearance at a thing.
Yes, you're right.
And they were locked at Mel Studios.
Well, okay. I was just going to say, I just want to, don't forget your thought. But while you talked about social media, it made me remember something. Jack Champion, who's in this film, had never followed Matthew Lillard until after he was signed on to the project. Yes. He started following Matthew on Twitter out of the blue. I'm just saying. So I'm going to continue. That's want to throw that in there as just a little. Again,
my logical brain though goes. Then why the hell wasn't producers going, Jack? What are you doing? Like, because they're firing people left, right, and center who like showed an image of the exclamation points that they're not even going to use. And now
did they really? Wow.
But Melissa's husband goes in, takes a photo of the logo. He's not reprimanded, right?
No.
I mean, Steven, it doesn't make sense though. Why would he follow him?
Right. Steven, could you imagine the stream the night after, like, we see the movie, or like the week after we see the movie, and it actually happens to be true? I think even though I want it to happen, I think I still would be in a sense of shock.
If they do it just so, like, wow, like no one imagined it that way.
Yeah. I'd be in shock. I don't think I could come out of my apartment for like a whole week after that.
Like, I've always wanted to say this. One of the ways to do it is that, you're planting the seeds, but then you have the moment, but again, you would need Sydney in a way, where it says, where you have the moment of, but you, like, maybe Gail's like, it's an older mask. It's got to be someone from the past. But we were there. We saw them all dead. I saw Mrs. Loomis dead. I shot Mickey, lit him up. It's like, I saw Sydney shoot Billy in the head. Wait a minute. What about Stu? No, we didn't shoot him in the head. And you have to, Randy said you have to shoot him in the head. Right? If there's a reveal like that, where it's like everyone else has been lit up, Jill got it in the heart or something. I think all of them, right? Roman got in the head. These two got it.
Charlie didn't get it.
Stabbed in the heart, though.
He got stabbed in the heart. That's pretty final. That's
right
pretty
there.
Final.
Yeah.
But again, Stu that's why I never understood the Stu thing until I started hearing you guys talk about it.
Yeah, like his death is such a unique one. It's so
unique.
Strange.
It's not like any of the others.
Yes. Right. No, it's not. Neither is Angelina's.
But then Matthew Lillard said something really stupid, where he was. Remember that great montage you made, Craven, of him explaining that no, he's alive. He's alive. At one point, he says, the woman interviewing him says, but those old TVs from the 90s, I mean, they were concrete blocks, And he says, and she says, but there was, electrocution. You got electrocuted. And Matthew said, but they added that in post.
Yeah,
but in the movie world, it still means you were getting electrocuted, Matt.
Right.
But again, it doesn't mean he died.
No, he didn't.
But I'm feeling a little woozy here. I mean, all the blood
could
loss.
have like a psychotic twitch to him,
like Dewey.
Or like that.
He's got to have something like that.
Joker, like Joker has that weird twitch to him. Maybe he's got some brain damage. Yeah, something like that. Something makes him sicker.
Scars,
which would match the mask, because as the dirty old mask comes off, it's like it's a rough face too.
He looks like Freddy. Another Craven, another Wes Craven
kind of a little
tie-in.
Yeah, man.
We have to talk about that too, Heather. Jeez.
There you go.
Now, I'm going to tell you now. Well, first of all, Jennifer, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. Stu Train, baby. Hashtag Stu Train,
baby.
Stu Train. Who knows? We might be able to convince Jack to hit a little bit of that for us live tonight. Jack, let me ask you the question, because you know what? You're the one performing it. I don't want to be the one that sets the rules for this. So how much of a super chat would need to come in for you to play us the Stu Train song live on this live stream? With your guitar and everything.
I'll set a $20 super chat.
Oh, that's kind of you, man. Ooh. All right. So, guys, if you would like to hear Jack perform live right here before this stream ends tonight, the Stu Train song he wrote for this channel and Stu Train, $20 super chats, all he's asking for, and that he'll do it at that level. So we'll see what happens. I hope it happens.
That's pretty good. Remember in August, I was packing to go up north, and you were with Knight after the Lynn McCree stream. You guys went like 6 hours, and I was in the chat while I was packing, and I can't remember who it was. The other ginger guy. He called me the ginger.
Oh, Brett.
Brett. Right.
Oh, Brett.
And he's like, "Well, if Chris joins in on the stream, I'll send $100." And he did it.
Dude, I forgot. He did.
And then I think he did it a second time.
I think so.
So I think, Jack, you need to raise your rate.
Yeah.
Jack's feeling the Thanksgiving spirit. I guess
I am. I'm feeling Thanksgiving spirit. After Thanksgiving, it's a whole other ball game.
Is it this week or next week?
It's this week. This Thursday.
This coming week.
Yeah. Right. But you know what we're going to do in the meantime to get your guys' appetites wet for the Stu Train song? If we do get a $20 super chat, how about in the meantime, let's get it up. Get it up, baby. This is for you, Jennifer.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby! Get up! Get up!
Oh, yeah.
Get up! Get up! It was fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh! Look here,
and
guys.
Polar did it.
And
she ripped the Band-Aid off.
Polar coming in with a $20 super chat right now.
Polar ripped the TV right off of Stu's head and said, "Get up!" Slapped him.
That's right. Polar grabbed that. I love it. Grabbed the TV and threw it across the room and said, "Get out of here, Stu. Get out of here now.
Yeah, get out of here now. We need you for a future sequel.
We need you in 7. Scream 7 or 6 or 7." Thank you, Polar. That is so kind. So, Jack, whenever it's good time for you, my friend.
We'll end the stream with it.
All right. So, Polar, if you can, I hope you can stay. We're going to be live for about another 35 minutes or so, roughly. And so, if that way, I'll give 35, 40 minutes. If you're going to be here, Polar. If you have to leave early, Polar, let us know, and then maybe please. Jack can do it sooner.
Yes.
I don't want her to miss it. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, Polar, for that so much. And Jack will be hitting that for us at the end of a half hour. Unless you need to leave, then please put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Now okay, look, you guys all know here that is so kind. You all know I'm the conductor of the Stu Train. You guys know that. We've been talking about it already.
You're the conductor. I'm the hors d'oeuvre and entertainment.
You're the entertainment section. You got the whole thing fully loaded. Yeah. I think Knight's in charge of the entertainment, like, getting the bands, booked up.
He's
DJ.
Organizing it. He's organizing my set list for me.
Yeah.
Where's Fate? Where's Fate, by the way?
He's in Maryland. He's statewide. He lives in Maryland.
Fate?
Are you asking on the train?
Oh,
on the train.
Fate?
Oh.
I thought you said
Where's he on the train?
Yeah.
Is he on the train?
He's waving goodbye to us on the station.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Fate is
he seems way more down now.
Yeah.
Fate would be flipping the bird off. That's when we're on the train because, he's completely anti-swing back. He hates the idea, like with a passion.
Yep.
And it's fine. Everyone, look, it's okay. I always say, it's totally fine. You can love it, hate it. You can be me in the middle. You're like, whatever. It's all good because it's all about a personal perspective.
But I just hope they do it in a way where they can even persuade someone like that to be like, you know what, I didn't want it, but I don't hate it.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If they do it, if they work with Williamson and hear some of his old ideas and they do it in 7 and they do it right, I would almost look at what happened with 3 as almost a blessing in disguise if it's as good as we think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't do it, I will be even more mad at the Weinsteins for not even giving us anything like that,
Right.
But if it does work out, then I'll be like, okay, like maybe the universe was working its magic all the way back in 1999 because there was a greater plan for this, I'm getting all philosophical here, but
half the people are going to say they waited too long. They should have done it at 3. They're not even going to know the history of what happened. It's been too long to bring it back now. And half of them won't even know who he is unless they do that that kind of like within the film, like previously on, but done in a narrative way to show who he really was. I mean, they did do it in 5. We've talked about. They
I was gonna say, Chris.
They told us who he was.
They told us who he was. That's the whole thing. He was talked about. He was mentioned more in 5 than any sequel of the franchise. So they were laying the groundwork. They're informing the audience. There's even remember in Mindy's when they were in Mindy's house, and they and Liv says,
"Who's Stu
Mocker again?"
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my gosh, And then Dewey says, "Oh, he's Billy. He's Billy's accomplice, a real Looney Tune." I'm like, they are airmailing this to the audience. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, they're informing these new people who this person is. Yeah. So now, if they bring him in 6 or 7, they already know. Oh, that's Stu Mocker. Yeah. They talked about him in 5, and so
wouldn't it be cool if he pulls the mask off and it's got to be Gail. It's got to be Gail that says.
Yeah, I would think.
And
so.
she says, "Sidney killed you," and he goes, "You didn't shoot me in the head," something like that.
Something kind of
And maybe a quick montage,
gets taken captive or something.
Maybe a quick montage of every death of the killers.
Yeah,
showing that shot, and then just the TV falling on him.
Do you guys remember?
You didn't follow the rule.
Yeah,
now I'm here screwing you over.
Before 5 came out, like a week before 5 came out, they released this little tease, and it was in the form of a true crime episode of TV, and Gail Weathers was narrating it. It was like a piece of promotional footage for it. And I was like, oh, this is going to show up in the movie, but it never did. And in that promotional footage, Steven, if I find it, I'm going to send it to you. I'll text it to you after the stream, but I remember watching it and like seeing her talk about the original murders on Woodsboro and stuff like that. And I was like, maybe if they want to do a recap, they could do it. Kind of like how Laurie did in Ends. She kind of had a little bit of that monologue after the main title sequence. They could do it in the form of a true crime podcast, not a podcast, a true crime episode of TV, where maybe Gail Weathers is there for the episode and is narrating it, like a quick little brief scan through. Because I remember when I saw that promotional clip, if anybody in the chat saw that too, let me know, because I was so blown away by it. But they could even do it like that. Like bring something like that into it where it's like, oh, it's the anniversary of this and this. We're airing a TV special on this channel, this and that. And
it's also like how Gail explained the backstory of Sydney's mother in the first one, where she sits down and watches TV, and then we get that. Which, by the way, in rewatches is better and better and better. I think I underrated it
every time.
Because, when Rose McGowan says it's almost worse than, it's bad. And then music cue, and we're like, what's so bad? What happened a year ago?
What happened?
And then boom. And I watched it with my friend, and he didn't. I don't know why he didn't click with that. But then when she turns the TV off, she goes sits on the couch, and it's a picture of her and her mother. She's like, "Oh, is that her mom?" I'm like, "There you go."
There it is. Yep. Exactly right, man. And
so doing it that way would be cool.
Real quick, guys, we got a $5 super from Travis. What's up, Travis? Welcome. Thank you for your super chat. Says, hi, if Stu comes back, do you think Gail is done for? Great tonight, guys. Stu train. So let's go around the panel. Chris, you start us off, then we'll go to Jack, and then I'll give you my thoughts about that.
I just think it's a cardinal sin to kill Sydney or Gail.
I just sent it in the chat, Steven. You have the video if you remember it. But that was it. That was it. I just found it.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I'll take a look at it while Chris is sharing.
Especially if they say that, by the way, I sent you the photo of Kirby too.
Oh, okay, cool.
If they do the retcon thing where they say, yes, Stu killed Dewey, to have him also kill Gail or be responsible for Gail's death, I think it would almost tarnish the other films. Like I've seen a lot of people say like Dewey's death, the way it occurred and not saving anyone really kind of like when you rewatch the other ones, it kind of like, yeah, you survived 2, and 3.
When I did my rewatch last week, dude, every movie that I got closer to 5, I got more and more depressed every time he was on screen. Like, it really messed me up still. It affected the experience of the movies for sure.
Plus the reasoning, Craven and I have talked about it ad nauseum, but the reasoning James had, Guy didn't say this, but James said it over and over. The only way we could have gotten Sydney back to Woodsboro was by killing Dewey. No, put him in the ICU. Put him in the ICU. She comes back, and then she has to save him in the hospital. There's a good freaking scene.
I agree. I've even said that before.
Kill him then, but then do it with Sydney present. So now you're going to kill Gail in 6 and Sydney's not even in the movie and we never get a final scene between those two again? No. Now you're shitting all over the franchise and you're going to start... I mean, they lost a lot of fans with 5. I know a lot of people love it. A lot of the younger fans love it. That's great. But a lot of the older fans I've seen, I'm done. I'm done. Before Sydney said Nev said she wasn't in it. They're like, no, they've ruined it. So if you're not making 140 and this one's making 110, Scream 4 made 97. And as Craven and I said, that was before that was 12 years ago, whatever, 11 years ago. So, inflation wise.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I know we need 6 to do really well, in my opinion, because we need a 7. I want a 7. If we want there to be a chance for Nev, if there's a chance for Nev to come back, we got to have a 7 for that to happen. And so
I just don't think these films should ever end.
I don't.
And I think Kevin said that. Didn't Kevin just do an interview recently where he said, "I don't think they should ever end. They should be for every generation." And if you keep killing the main people off, then you don't get that great. Jamie Lee Curtis coming back 40 years later. To have that great moment for the new generation with new characters. We've already lost David Arquette, which is just. Now you're going to get rid of Courtney Cox, who I think I underrated. She's an amazing actress. And the stories I heard of her on set where she just flew in, got into the blue outfit and then just nailed it in the heat, like one take.
Well, Chris, we were even talking the other night, Paramount didn't just buy Scream just to kind of do these movies and then that's it. So I have a feeling that once we get 7, I would not be shocked if a Paramount Plus exclusive TV show is released inside the universe. I'm not talking about a continuation of the MTV. Maybe it will, but I think now that we have this, streaming TV shows and binge watching is the new movie watching in today's day. And I wouldn't be shocked if we had a sequel series, not in Woodsboro, but just in this universe, of a Scream TV show 100%. On Paramount Plus. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked because we got the Friday the 13th prequel series announced. Once I heard that, I was like, I could almost guarantee they're going to do something with Halloween. We're going to get an announcement next year or two that a show or something is in the works.
Got to. They got Peacock, Universal has Peacock, so they should do something.
Thinking trilogy, but I'm thinking, someone said it a few months ago, why not the 4? The original 4, let's make it Scream 8. Radio Silence gets 8, gets 4. Craven.
You could do it. Sure,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
As long as they keep making them, let's go.
Mapping it? Are they mapping it longer? So 6 is really a tease. 7 isn't even fully Stu yet.
Right.
Maybe we don't know. That's a great idea. A great thought.
But yeah, Jack.
Real quick,
Jack following. It's just so many things are lining up.
I hear you. Well, when I saw that the weather mask, the older mask, man. I said, could it really be what I've been dreaming about and talking about for 2 years now? Could it actually happen?
Although you talked about one step. Remember that museum, the National Theater, where someone got a shot inside where it looked like a museum piece? What happened? Yes. There was a body, a mannequin with a cloak on, but no mask. You could see that it was the white mannequin mask. What happens if that was the original mask from Stu or whatever?
That's what we were saying the other night. Yep.
So maybe someone stole it. It's not Stu. Someone stole his mask.
Possibility, yes.
Maybe that's the way they'll make it seem in the film, and then reveal it's actually Stu.
Maybe.
He stole his mask back.
He got it. Yeah, he's the one that took it back. Yeah,
that would be the twist of the film.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Because you'll be thinking it's someone new. They had to steal the mask, so it's one of these kids, and it turns out no, it's him. That would be a cool twist.
That would be cool.
And another thing, too, that I wanted to bring up, that this one I don't like because it gets us away from Stu. But what if it's a situation where the old mask starts appearing, going after certain people, and they start finding clues that it's pointing to Stu Mocker? Oh, my gosh, this is something here. And they start, I don't know what the specific clues would be, but they would find little things that would point to Mocker. And we get to the end of the film, and it's the reveal time, and it turns out it's Leslie Mocker. It's Stu's sister, who had kept one of the masks from the house she found after all the night happened. She kept it all these years, and now her son was just murdered in 5, and she's taking revenge out. And so it is a mocker, but it's not Stu. It's Leslie's the mastermind
And
behind it.
you get that line where we found DNA. The killer must have been injured. We found some DNA evidence, and it links us to a mocker. But I think DNA is so good now, they'd be like, no, it's actually female DNA, and it's only 7 alleles in common. It's not Stu. It's a relative.
Yes, it's a relative.
And then we're looking at everyone.
Yeah.
And then Jack Champion is Leslie's other younger son, because Kyle Gallner, right, was the son of Leslie.
Kyle was the one that got killed.
What was his name in the movie?
It was Vince.
Vince.
Vince Schneider.
So everyone's talking like, I think Jack plays Ethan, let's say. So Ethan is his younger brother. He kind of looks like him a bit.
Mm-hmm. Jack Champion, right? Jack Champion.
He just turned 18 this week, by the way.
He was. I saw that. Yeah, he was 17. He could so much be a mocker. He could so totally be a
and
mocker.
As I keep saying, these Scream people, even James and Guy, they know that, you cast people that end up becoming huge. And Avatar is coming out next month, and he is the only human child of the 2 main characters. The other ones are avatars. He's the human adopted. So it's his face. Everyone else, it's like CGI, right? But it's his face on screen. And that film's going to make $2 billion probably. So he's going to be huge by the time Scream comes out. So making him the killer, it's kind of like Jack Quaid, where you took him from that Boys show, and he was probably the greatest actor of the whole cast, maybe.
Yeah.
And I know, I didn't watch The Boys, but I know a lot of people were like, oh, I knew it was him immediately because he's the most talented and the most famous or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe they're doing that with Jack,
It's fine. It may be. And real quick, since Jack's head step away for a minute, I'll there he is. Hey Jack, real quick, want to wrap up this super chat question here, and we're going to get to some pictures. What are your thoughts on this? If Stu comes back, do you in 6 or 7, either one, do you think that means Gail will die, or do you how do you feel about that?
I think if these writers have learned anything about, or have learned anything from Star Wars about killing a main character off in every single requel movie, I think it would be very smart for them to leave the rest of the legacy characters alive. That being said,
make it seem like we're going to lose.
Right.
Oh, here we go, and then not today, but actually not today.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. I think Dewey was such a hard blow that I think that blow is going to be felt throughout the next 2 movies. I don't think you need to kill anybody off. I think it's done. You shocked us enough. I now just keep you could even kill Kirby off. I wouldn't like to see her get killed off, but you could kill her off if you really want to do something like that.
If she saves someone, if you just kill her off in a room alone.
Right. If you just kill her off in a chase sequence, forget it, dude. That's she needs to have a punch behind her death if she's gonna go. So I don't know. I mean, if I had to choose, if they were gonna kill Gail off, I think it would probably be in 7, the last one. But
the fact that Courtney's asked before, she asked for 4 to die, it makes it seem also behind the scenes what's going on.
I know. Yeah, but I think it's
that
kind of cool.
That's a different place in her life too. That was 11, 12 years ago,
for sure.
So,
and her and Melissa are like BFFs now, and I think I have my God, all over TikTok they're posting with each other, and I'm like I think that kind of caused a spark inside of Courtney, like, okay, like these movies kind of feel fresh now,
Yeah,
I think after, I think she kind of got bored after doing 4 of them, and then now that we have a fresh cast, and now that she's kind of connected with a lot of the younger cast, and now especially that she is going to be the forefront of this movie, she really is going to drive it home in this one. At least I hope.
Hope so.
Then again, she went into 4. There was 10 years, right? 2000 to 2011. So she went into 4 telling them, I want out. Because she hadn't done it for 10 years, and I guess she was doing other things. And then now to be back and to be the star. And it's
great.
Yeah. Right.
Well, Travis, thank you for your super chat. It really does help the channel. It really does. I appreciate it, man. And you know what? It's time to go back to Toaster and Moose. We were listening to that clip earlier about the celebrities. And let's see how they finish out that clip. Here we go.
Lindsay Lohan on the sand beating coconuts.
Look at all the coconuts.
Everybody's so famous, but without makeup, I can't tell who anyone is.
Jam.
Oh, wugga, wugga, wugga.
Art.
Art.
That is
That's
art.
right.
Yep. I
It
like
is
what
art.
Dino says here in
Yeah.
the chat. If Gail dies, she would have to die saving Sydney. And it would, I feel like in 5, it would make that line in the car where she's like, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for me writing that book about your mother. I feel like that would even hurt 10 times more, but it would cause such a beautiful punch too, you know?
Also, like,
Absolutely.
if she's injured and Sydney's injured and she goes to save her, and what are you doing? It's like, well, if Dewey was here, he would have done this, and I'm going to do it for you. Something like that.
Yep.
Better written.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she takes Dewey's place, because Dewey would have given his life for Sydney, but
Yes.
we'll never know now.
We'll
Full
never
circle
know.
character moment for Gail. I think it would be great.
Again,
But it has to be in 7. It's got to be at
Gail-
the very end of the series.
Yeah. Don't do it in 6. No.
Gail has by far the best character development of any character, unless I'm forgetting someone, in the entire Scream universe.
Yeah. I mean, I think her arc from 1 to where she is now is pretty
Pretty
good.
powerful. Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
beginning of 2 to the end of 2, it's crazy.
I know.
You know, and it just
Even
keeps
there,
going from
yeah.
there.
She's the only original cast member now that is going to be in like all of them.
Yep.
You know, like that's pretty cool.
Did you hear
That's
that
pretty
that
cool.
fun fact someone said? She's the first woman in horror history to be in 6 films.
Oh, that's
Or
cool.
6
Oh,
continuous
wow.
films or something.
Says continuous films in
Wow.
a series. That's very
Continuous.
cool. Very
Should
cool.
have been
That's really
both
cool.
of them. They could have broken that record together, but you know.
Hey,
The
I hear
fact
ya.
that, again,
Yep,
I've said it
yep.
before, the fact that Paramount or Spyglass or whoever, that a-hole at the top who decided not to give in a little more money to Nev, stopped her from shooting her
I
iconic franchise
know.
in her home nation.
I know.
I'll never forgive them for that.
No, that was Spyglass, Lantern. The two, those executives. Jamie Kennedy says he knows exactly who they are. He actually knows who
I
they
almost
are.
called them out.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
right. I
he was
remember
wanting.
his
He
little
wanted to.
podcast.
He wanted
Yep,
to.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
He
It
held
was
it
almost like
back.
taunting him, like, you want to piss me off? I'll do it on the next stream, you know?
Uh-huh. That's right. That was terrible. They should have paid her. She would have
Well,
been
even
in
Lillard,
6.
even Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew said something too, right? He
Yeah,
said
yeah.
something about it. Yep.
Everyone,
yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
There's on the Wikipedia page for Scream 6, there's an area about Nev and how many of the ex-castmates have come out against it.
Wow.
It's terrible.
Wow.
But you know what? What's not terrible are your guys' super chats. Tristan bringing in a $2 super chat. Thank you. Says favorite way to relax for the night. Love you guys. Oh, that's awesome. Very awesome of you, and so kind of you to do. Thank you, Tristan. Well, we appreciate you being here. Listen, we would have a great time talking, but nothing like not having you guys here. It's so much even more fun with you here. So, Tristan, thanks so much for your super chat. That really does help the channel. And let's play another little clip here. Sometimes what super chats do really for the channel, it brings us a lot of really, really genuine smiles, just like this guy. Boy, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you, Tristan. That's that's the kind of smiles your generosity brings to us tonight. Thank you so much, man. All right. So, look, you know what? Time is getting short on us. So let's
Did you get that
go
Kirby
ahead.
pic?
Oh,
Or does it
did you
take
send
too
it to
long to
my
upload?
email or Instagram?
Email. Because it'll be higher
Oh.
res, I think. Because it's tiny.
Oh, wow. I see what you mean. Let me.
But you
save
can definitely
it.
see there's something on the back there.
Yeah, it's
like the
it's
belt
like it's
is
like
up.
a belt. Yeah, like a silverish look. Hold on, I'm downloading it now. We'll see how it looks. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to blow it up here on my software and
Yeah,
see if
do
I
it.
can zoom in. and make it more clear. Let's see. Oh shoot! Wow. Okay, let me just. Man, she's got a serious wig on, bro.
You know, I think I might know. I think I may have seen this picture because I think I remember thinking
Probably
like,
have.
"Oh, that looks like Jamie Lee Curtis." I thought maybe she was gonna have like a cameo or something. I don't know why. Like it just the hair wise, it looked like Lori from
She's
the
got.
recent
She's
movies. Yeah,
she's
It was
banging a blonde wig for sure.
it was one
Yeah?
of the photos that came out when they were at McGill, and there was also a
Mhm.
white van spotted that day, which harked back to 2,
Mm.
and everyone was like, "Is someone gonna get?" And Mindy was there with her. Jasmine was there, and as the niece of Randy, is this going to be a duplicate?
Interesting. I don't plagiarize from Wes and Kevin. Like let's don't rip off everything.
But again, like I saw one of your streams a couple weeks ago or something, and someone, I think it was, I can't remember who, said that he was convinced, 100% sure Kirby was the opening scene. And I put in the chat, no, she's been spotted elsewhere.
Yes.
You know? And
Yes.
there's little details like that that I know about because I happen to see them. You know?
That's right.
So,
Like she
so
was on
you
set
actually
too
saw
long.
them. Like you
I
actually
saw them
saw
film
them on set.
I saw them film one
Wow.
specific scene, which was really cool that I could tell you about.
That's so
And
cool.
then also one night I went down to the fireworks festival and then came back through the Gay Village where they were shooting at the National Theater. And I went by it, and there's hundreds of thousands of people walking through that street because they closed the street off in the summer. So they had all these bodyguards out front, and they had covered the windows with like paper so you couldn't see in. And they were literally bodyguards just making sure. And people are streaming by. No one knows what's going on except for like me and a few other nerds. And they had wrapped. It was like probably 11:30, maybe midnight, and they had wrapped. And out the back, they were filling up all the trucks with stuff. And that's where I saw someone come out with a vat of blood, a big pitcher of blood. And then I kept walking quite a few blocks and then turned back and was heading south toward the old city. And boom, like literally as I turn and look, Jasmine, Liana, I think Devin, Nakota, and someone else, it might have been Josh Segara, but I didn't see him properly. They were biking by on like public bikes. And they were just like biking on the path, heading back toward Griffintown where the hotels were, in the middle of the night, and just like enjoying the summer. Man. And it was just like, wow, that was cool,
That's awesome.
Because I assume when you're filming in other places, you'd probably get a taxi, an Uber, or whatever, a special car that takes you back. And they were just like miles and miles and miles they were biking back. So I'm like, okay, well, those 4 characters, or at least 3 of them, are in that theater.
Yeah.
So that's where I saw Liana for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So unless the opening scene is that theater,
right? And maybe
you think another stab movie is coming out?
I don't think so.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I mean, we do know the posters. We've already forgotten about those, but
there's something
they were at that theater,
right?
All the posters of the stab films on the wall, but I can't see that being the opening. And again, there's something else. Like Dermot had said that his daughter was a victim. Right. I heard you guys talking the other day saying that she died. He didn't say died. I don't.
No. Yeah, I think
he said victim.
She died. She's the actual verbiage. You're right. It was victim. It wasn't.
So she could have been injured.
True.
And he's coming in, and she's from New York anyway because he's a New York cop. She's going to school in New York. Meets the core 4.
Yeah.
And maybe that's another red herring too. She didn't die or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, real quick, guys, because we're getting short on time, unfortunately. But I want to say that Katie hit her 6-month anniversary today as a channel member.
Nice.
Thank you, Katie. An extended cut member for 6 months. Wow. She said, "I think it's really cool that Kirby is an FBI agent." All right, I think it's cool too.
That's cool.
All right, so real quick now, let's shift here because we got about another 10 minutes, and we're gonna have to
do locations.
So let's get to our locations. Chris shared some more images, some things. Some of these we've seen, some we haven't. And for a lot of you, man, since August, there's a lot of new members of the community since August here on the channel that maybe have never seen these. So, Chris, where do you want to start? You want to start with the new picture, and then we go?
Yeah, throw that big McGill one up just to show people the potential. because we know they filmed there, and I saw them filming that scene there. So that's the
All
main
right.
pathway up to the main building at McGill University. And
Nice.
that's like where, you know, the shot of Kirby was with Mindy and Mason. Chad was seen there lying in the grass on the side, the left there. And I went by there one night with my friend, and they had a big light up near where the building is at the end of the street to project down on the trees, because it was filmed at night to get that backlight.
Yeah.
And I saw everyone there pretty much.
Wow.
Jenna, Melissa, Mindy, Chad, I'm mixing up the names, Jack Champion, and Jack had like an orange hat on, like it was Halloween. Mason, Chad had his arm around a girl, and it looked like they were walking drunkenly. And they were just walking toward the gates where the photo was taken, over and over and over and over and over. They just kept going back over and over. And then I left with my friend, and then we came back like an hour later, and they were still filming. But at this point, there was a fight that ensued where it looked like Melissa was trying to take Jenna's phone or something, and Jenna just screams like, "Leave me alone, stop it."
Wow. Dude, that's pretty darn cool to be able to just be hanging out there seeing it happen right in front of you. That's really cool. How are you going to feel when that scene comes on, man, in the movie? What are you going to...
Knowing you were right behind the camera. You were like right there.
I joked with you. I said, that scene's going to get cut. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But see, this is why Clips, again, because Clips had a line about that scene. He's like, like, he knew they filmed that night, right? He had tweeted out, he's like, we wrapped filming. I knew they had just wrapped filming. Unless I was there, I wouldn't have known that. And he said that, and then a few days later or something, he tweeted out something like, here's a tease for the conversation. And it matched what I saw.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so like,
wow.
Did he really just, and he got the name Ethan right, apparently. Like Vera Non threw him under the bus, but said, oh yeah, he probably just guessed Ethan correctly. I'm like, what? He just guessed the name right? So it's like, I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like Clips probably wasn't in the marketing circle. So someone was feeding him BS. But I think he might have been on set, because there were some other things that he confirmed that I saw. So I feel like production was trying to weed out the you know, you tell a bunch of people, oh yeah, the trailer's coming out Thursday. And then you see who tweets that out, and you tell another group Friday and another group next Monday, and whatever comes out, you're like, there it is. Because he's now gone completely silent. So maybe he was found out.
It may be. Now tell us real quick here, Chris. Let's go through these pretty rapid fire. Jack, you might want to start getting those fingers limbered up, brother, here in a few minutes. We got, let's see, we're going to start here with our filming map of Montreal. Let me take my little banner off here for a second. There we go.
Yeah.
Any comments, Chris, you want to make here before I start scrolling through the pictures?
So the only new one was like at the end, the final thing that we know they filmed was K up there at the top left, where there was like the park that they used for parts of the pathways. They made it seem like it was at McGill.
Oh,
and then there was a Halloween store across the street. They had Halloween banners up. They put a subway station. They had the yellow cabs. And then literally 2 blocks over was the bodegas and the other subway entrance. And that's where the rumored attack scene is, in the bodega, where someone comes in with a ghost face mask on Halloween, according to Viewer Anon. And they don't think it's Ghostface, apparently. They think it's just someone dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay.
So that all happened at K. Yeah. The only other thing was, and then there's M up there near your logo. But again, where they filmed at a park, but that was reported by a very bad Montreal newspaper that doesn't do like a good job. And they claim that they had shot there, but no one ever saw them shoot there. And it's a huge park surrounded by incredible density. You'll see in a minute. There's always people there, even at 4 a.m. So someone would have spotted it, but I wanted to put it up there just in case. That's La Fontaine Park.
Okay.
And then the last one was L, where we now have confirmation that they finally shot in Old Montreal, which looks like Europe, but other parts also look like New York City. And we did have someone who saw them and took some photos. So if you go through the slides, you'll see.
Yeah, we'll start going through some photos. So guys, these are photos here from from Montreal, where these are confirmed shooting locations.
Yeah, see there. See that? It doesn't look like there's a face on that mannequin thing, right? It's just like a white.
Oh, yeah.
Like the mask has been removed.
Yeah, you're right. It's like just a blank mannequin face.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh.
And the stab
Interesting.
posters, like maybe it's the cult headquarters.
Yeah. Dude,
An
totally can
old
see that.
abandoned theater they've cleaned up, and
Oh, wouldn't that be? Oh, that'd be
that would be
awesome,
cool.
man. It's like they got a whole shrine, a ghost shrine.
Dude, that picture is so cool.
Isn't that
You think-
awesome
you-
right there?
You think we'll hear Red Right Hand in the movie?
I
Oh,
think
wait,
so. They've done
they
that.
I
better.
hope so. They better.
Oh,
do it.
man.
That's a
They
tradition.
better. That's right.
Okay, here. So, yeah, see that park on the top left there? That's just a park
Yeah.
in the K location out where I used to live. But the pathways look the same as the photo you showed at the beginning, right? The McGill one.
Mhm.
So they just put up
Yes.
those Blackmore University things, and they're going to clearly use it as part of the university campus. Right across the street is that
awesome.
theater there with the cabs. And then 2 blocks
Oh.
over is the antiques shop with the Subway, the Jill's Flower
Okay.
Shop, and across from there is the bodega, the Abe Snake bodega.
Abe Snake, which is just the most awesome Wes Craven Easter egg in the whole movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the movie yet, but there's not going to be an Easter egg to Wes Craven better than Abe Snake. That's just fantastic. Because if those of you who are here who may not know what that means, how is that a Wes Craven? That was his actual name on an adult film that Wes made in the 70s, and he had a part in the movie, not a performer, but he had a part in the movie, and his name was Abe Snake.
That's so cool, man. That is
so cool. I mean, just absolutely amazing. I have these shots, Chris, here.
Okay, see, there's no. Sorry, Wayne asked what the budget was, and we never had official confirmation, but a newspaper in Montreal said 35 million.
Yes,
And
that's the number I've heard, 35
And
million.
I was just telling him though, but again, because the dollar in Canada is lower, that gets you closer to 50 million.
Yeah,
which is
that's
exciting.
a good point. That's interesting.
Okay, so yeah, okay, the top left there's the cabs, and then the bright photo at night. That's someone took those.
Okay.
And I came across them. So then I went on Google Maps. To the right is my Google Maps screenshot. So see, that's during the daytime.
Oh, yeah.
But to the left of there is at the bottom. So
Mhm.
there's the Victoria Hair Salon. The photo on the bottom right is someone took a photo of that where they had the USA Today is up there. The Hudson Street sign has been changed.
Yep.
And then my photo's on the bottom left, the Google Street View. So it's like very Europe, but very New York as well. So if you see on the top right, though, there's that tall classic building in that photo that matches on the left one at the top. So it's like a block apart. So I think maybe that bright light was just coming down so that they could film at night there.
Yes, because that totally matches the same windows for sure. Yeah.
So that's a hair salon, something they did there. And that's a great building because it just looks so New York, like the old district.
That's fantastic, man. And then we have one more image. Oh, the park.
And there's the park. I got some cool shots of it. Still no I can't confirm that they shot there. It's a huge park that everyone would have seen them, especially if they had a big light up at night. Unless they did it during the day.
Yeah, I was maybe it was a daytime shoot. Yeah, maybe.
And you can see like the top right there. It's just surrounded by, one of the densest parts of North America. So
wow. Dude, that's awesome. And also, real quick, we do have the image here of Kirby that I want to show you guys. Now, it's a little blurry because I zoomed in on the belt, all right? But take a look there.
Boom, see? Just like now that we know.
That could be a gun holster on her right hip. See, look at her right hip.
Yeah.
It almost looks like something's sticking out there. You see that side?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I think viewer
it makes
onto
sense.
Something.
I think he is. I think he really is. Yeah. Dude, this is awesome. And it's just, there just never does feel like enough time. It doesn't matter how long we stream for.
I know,
We could go 4 hours and we would still be like, dang, we didn't cover as long as the stuff as we wanted to. But Chris, let me ask you, man. I'd love to have, and of course, both of you guys too, for that matter. But I'd love to have you guys back again after the trailer drops.
100%.
Yeah, let's continue this conversation.
Yes,
This was a lot of
let's
fun.
talk about that. I'd love to see the trailer, and then we look at these images again and try to be like, oh, there it is. And Chris, you can kind of guide us to the trailer. Like I'll pull up trailer screenshots, and Chris can say, okay, I know where that is. That's there.
Unless it's like this, and we're like, oh no, then we'll
Oh,
know.
no.
Then we'll be
Don't.
worried immediately.
Naughty.
We're all so hyped, and I'm hyped, even though I didn't like 5, but I'm hyped, and it's like, let's all temper our expectations so that we're not too disappointed, and then we'll be blown away.
Yeah, with modern movies today, there's only so many times you can be disappointed without just being like, I give up.
Yeah. Let's see. Putin Liver says the Fontaine Park was filled with people, especially during the day. For sure, someone would have seen it. Man, I wish I'd take a picture of the setup near Jean Talon. John?
Whoa. Jean Talon Market. What are you talking about, Putin Lover? What's going on? That was I'd never heard anything up there. That's in Little Italy, in the northern part of the city.
Oh. I don't know. We may have a little scoop happening right here on the live stream. I'm not. Let us know.
You said
Let
a
us
few
know.
months ago. Well, it was a few months ago.
Yeah. August, July, June, July, August. Real quick, while before Jack plays us out with the Stu Train song that Bipolar was so generous to donate or super chat. I want to say this, guys. If you've not subscribed to Jack Stannis' channel, you got to do it. Links in the description of this stream are already there. Hit his channel up. He's got a new music out. You don't want to miss it. So go subscribe after the stream. And Chris has an amazing channel, Discover Montreal. He's doing extremely well. And
95 away from 22,000.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say you're over 20,000. You're about to hit 22,000 subs. So guys, if you've not subscribed, there's over almost 50 people here. And I bet a good portion of you may not be familiar with this site yet. And if this is your first time seeing it, please go subscribe. Thank you, Katie. Katie's putting the links in the chat right now so that you guys can just click these links and boom, you're there to go. And same with Jack as well. That's fantastic. This has been such a good time. After the trailer drops in December, I think it'll be out by this time next month. I think we'll have it personally. I think so. And then we're going to get back together and we're going to break it down. I'll get screenshots from the trailer. We can kind of go through it.
Awesome.
Like you said, Chris, as long as we're not seeing the Radio Silence cinematographer back from 5. I think even if we do, I think you can help us figure it out. Guys, listen, after Jack's going to play us out, nobody leave. Stay for the song. It's a very awesome song Jack wrote for me in the channel. And after that, we'll say goodbye and going over to Popping the Popcorn channel. Katie, please put your channel in the chat, please, so that everyone can click it. Because I'm going to go watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You're all invited. Such a good movie.
I wish I could. As soon as I play this song, I gotta dip out. I know.
I understand.
So sorry, but yeah,
I might try.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so good. Yeah, stop on by, Chris. We'd love to have you.
Who doesn't love that
Omni
movie?
says,
so good.
Oh man, it's just classic. Truly. Jack and Chris, you just got subbed by Omni. There you go.
Nice. Thank you.
Awesome. I've already got a couple more. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Let's get it done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's the link, guys, for the watch party. That's where I'm going to be in about 5 minutes.
Nice.
So, guys, please welcome Jack Stannis right now live playing the song he wrote, the Stu Train theme.
This needs to be the end credit song for 7.
Yes.
I got to take my headphones off for this.
Okay, buddy.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to plug my new album real quick. I have my first full-length album that just dropped yesterday on all streaming platforms, and after some troubleshooting that went on with the streaming service playing with the loudness levels of the song, it's now back up on all platforms. It's titled For the Lighter Road, and you can just search my name, Jack Stannis. You'll find it anywhere. For YouTube Music, listeners, you can find it directly on my YouTube channel, actually. And on my YouTube channel, there is a performance video where I perform the album from start to finish, in case you want to see that as well. But
yes.
we're here for the Stu Train song. And what better way?
Everyone, go to iTunes and buy Jack's album.
There
Let's
we
support
go.
him on iTunes.
Heck yeah. Support you're small artists, like small businesses, you're small artists.
Exactly, man.
I like that.
Dude, everything counts.
Oh yeah. So this is the Stu Train song.
Here we
Hope
go.
you enjoy. On the Stu Train, get your ticket on the Stu Train.
Love it.
We got craving something scary on the left and I'm on the right.
Nice.
Yes. On the Stu Train, get your ticket on the Stu Train, baby. Yeah. We got craving something scary on the left and Stu's on the right.
Yeah, he is.
And Stu's on the right. And Stu's on the right. On the Stu Train. On the Stu Train. Yeah. We got craving something scary on the left and I'm on the right. On the right, serving the hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, you are.
On the Stu Train. Get your ticket on the Stu Train. We got craving something scary on the left and Stu's on the right.
Mm.
And Stu's on the right. And Sydney's on the left.
Yes, she is. Every day on the train.
And Kirby's in the middle.
Yeah.
And we're dancing in Montreal.
Yeah. Right.
So catchy.
Good job,
You like
my
it?
man. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Good. Awesome. What a way to end the stream.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Polar, for helping that special moment happen. Thank you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
made that happen. That was
Thanks, Polar.
great. So great.
Absolutely.
And everyone's loving it, Jack. You got, in fact, Tori said Tori just bought it on iTunes. There you go. All right, let's go. Let's
Thank
get
you,
it up.
Tori.
That's
Thank
so
you.
nice.
Thank you so much. Bless you. God bless you.
And thank you. And Jason, I echo what Jason says as well. Chris, thank you for all the work you do. And I
Thanks,
didn't
Jason.
say this earlier, but I just now remember because I should have mentioned earlier. I consider Chris an ambassador for his city, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, I really do mean that. And
I like that. Yeah.
I don't think I know anyone else that I would call an ambassador of their city. Like it's really like
That
a
means a
special
lot.
thing. And he loves his city. He's passionate about Montreal.
That's beautiful.
He knows it inside and out. I've just been so impressed knowing you, Chris, to know you over all these past 9-10 months, whatever it's been now. And our conversations here and offline emails, whatever, I just love hearing you talk about what you love to talk about in Montreal. And it's beautiful. And so you're truly an ambassador of your city, and it's an honor to have you here. And thank you for all the time you've given to this channel, all of your wisdom you've shared, the pictures, the stories, all of that has made this an incredible experience through Scream 5 and through now even. It's just all of this has enhanced our experience for
So
this film.
cool. It hyped me up
So
even
cool.
more. Even
Yes.
seeing all the diagrams you made, like I'm even that more excited now.
And it's only
me
because
too.
I saw your videos when I found out it was shooting in Montreal, and then I saw, I discovered the collective, and I discovered Jack, and I discovered all these people talking
And you put me in
about
the video. I
what-
know.
like,
I never got
talking
to
about
thank
it.
you for that. Yeah.
I never thought
That's
about
right.
I never thought about making that video, and then seeing everyone, all these Americans talking about, hey, they could do this and that and this, and then I think Jake was the first one that said, they shoot in Montreal for New York a lot. He was the one that really Craven took that, and I'm like, I'm just going to take all these little pieces, and hopefully they're okay with it, and everyone was cool with it. So and that's why
it
I'm
was
here.
so cool. It was that dude. What a great story, and one thing that, and I'll say this, and I got to wrap up because I know Katie's probably already over there waiting.
Poor
But
thing.
I'll say this, and I say it here I try to say it every stream, maybe not every stream. I really try to though. I'm all about community and relationships and people. Like these movies bring us together, and it's kind of like what draws everyone here. But my goal is that when we're all together, that it goes much more beyond than just that. Like this, it's about community. Like it could have been one of those things, Chris, where you reached out to me about the video. I could have said, yeah, man, go for it, and then we never spoke again. That's not uncommon in the world we live in,
100%.
But I'm like, you know what? This is an opportunity to know someone, to get to have a relationship, a friendship with, and here we are, all these months later, and it's
Amazing.
just it's amazing, man. I love it, and it's why I started this channel, was for community, because people matter most to me, and more than anything else. So thank you, man, for all of this ride, and we're not done. We're going to continue.
It's ramping
riding
up.
this thing. Yeah, it's ramping up. That's right. So thank you so much. And Jack, if you're still there, thank you, buddy. And Tori says, I want to thank whoever bought me the membership for Craven Something Scary. Thank you. That's very, Tori, that was done by JT, who was here earlier in the stream, otherwise known as the Horror Boys with the Z at the end. The Horror Boys bought those, gifted that membership. So if you look for him on the next stream, or you can find YouTube channel, Instagram, it's the Horror Boys, BOYZ, and JT is the person who got membership. Come to the inner circle, Tori. Oh, there's JT. There he is. Good. Okay. Great. There you go. That's who did it, Tori. And I'm so glad you're in the inner circle. Hopefully you have a great time coming up on our members only watch party. And, hopefully you'll stick around. You love it so much, being a part of that inner circle of the family. And thanks again to you, JT.
I have to run out real quick, so I'll
Okay,
say my
buddy.
goodbyes here.
Yes.
Another great stream, Stephen and Chris. It was so nice to finally do a stream with you. I look forward to doing that after the trailer stream. That's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully we won't be as constrained with time. We'll be able to kind of just sit and let it flow. Yeah.
Spend 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Please.
We'll do a 5-hour stream. I'll bring you guys on, maybe even a couple more folks, and we'll just clear the night's calendar and we'll just hang out.
These next few weeks are going to be hell. Just waiting.
Oh, dude, I know.
So true.
Maybe we'll get some more leaks, though. Hey, maybe we'll get some more stuff coming out. You never know.
I don't think Viewer Anon's going to stop tweeting. So
yeah.
No.
I mean, now that the test screenings happened, like now at least one of them that we know of, like that's it. Now stuff's going to start coming out.
And they were positive, apparently.
They were positive, according to Melissa Barrera.
Right.
Yeah.
And look at this. Even Dewey said he saw the movie. He was at the test screening.
Dewey.
Yes.
Oh, Dewey lives.
Yeah.
Dewey lives. Yep.
All right, guys. Well,
awesome, guys.
Bye, Jack.
Take care, Jack. See you soon, buddy. We'll talk soon.
I'll see you guys in the chat. See you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Take care. We're going to go ahead and call it. I'm 10 minutes late. Poor Katie's probably about to give up on me. So, Chris, we'll be in touch soon. I will be communicating through Instagram like we always do. So we'll be in touch. And once that trailer drops, I'll be reaching out to lock you down.
Did you see this? Did you see that moment? Did you
my gosh.
Get a screenshot of that?
Bro, it's going to be off. It's going to be insanity. It's going to be beautiful insanity. So we'll do it. All right. So
I'm
for everyone
excited.
I am too. Everyone in the chat, thank you for your super chats, for your generosity, for your being here tonight. Please like the stream before you leave. Help us get this out to as many people as possible in replay mode. My voice held together pretty good, so I'm happy about that. So I can still talk without hurting. So if you could hit that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. And we're going to call it a night. And I'll be back Monday on my usual stream time, 9:30 Central Time. And until then, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.